Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome to a brand new video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the top vital tips in Sea of Thieves that you need to know as a newer player. This also could serve as a refresher for long-time people returning to the game who just need kind of a refresher course on what not to do in Sea of Thieves. I would like to say thank you guys for all the support this previous year. Today is currently the 1st of January, and I just want to say thank you everyone who's liked videos, commented, even watched them all the way through. Subscribers especially, you guys have truly made my year. Also, thank you for subscribing and liking this video, because I know you've already done that since you're an amazing person. Anyway, let's get into the first tip. Tip number 1 is going to be, do not trust everyone that you come across on the seas. You never know someone's true intentions. You never know if someone who's spamming "let's form an alliance" or "we're friendly" is truly friendly and wanting to form an alliance. Because I've been there firsthand. I've experienced that. I've been the person spamming "let's form an alliance, we're friendly," and then as soon as I board your boat, you're dead and your loot is mine. And, you know, I'm going to steal all your bananas, of course. Now, by no means am I telling you to fight everyone. By no means am I telling you to be aggressive and violent to everyone you see and immediately fire your cannons upon seeing another ship. Talking to people, engaging with pirates is what makes Sea of Thieves truly amazing, because every experience is going to be different. You're going to meet new people, different personalities, and just by instantly firing upon sight, you may have missed out on a whole different journey just to get that seafarer's chest. So to kind of conclude the tip, I'm essentially saying don't trust everyone, but at the same time, don't fight everyone. Just be cautious, see what happens, see who they are, see how it goes, and you may have one of the best gaming sessions and meet a new friend, whereas if you had sunk them, that never would have happened. Now for tip number 2, it's going to be, do not rush for Pirate Legend. Do not try to get to Pirate Legend as fast as possible. I know you're new to the game, you're hearing about Pirate Legend, you're like, oh, what's that? When you're level 50 in 3 companies, you unlock Pirate Legend and you get these cosmetics and you get a new quest, but currently there is no endgame content for Pirate Legends. Being a Pirate Legend literally just gives you access to the Athena's Fortune Emissary and the hideout. But realistically, when you go into the hideout, there's nothing there, and maybe the other perk is buying Dark Adventurous stuff, which just means you're going to be spending millions upon millions of gold, meaning you have to play for more and more hours. So if anything, Pirate Legend just makes the game more grindy and less fun. So essentially, grinding for Pirate Legend is not something you want to do. You want to enjoy the journey. As I just said in tip 1, speak to people along the way, meet people, create your own story, create your own lore about your pirate, be a character. Pirate Legend really doesn't unlock any content, and nothing changes for you aside from being able to sink your gold into stuff. Though hopefully in the future there will be a Pirate Legend update, as everyone is literally begging Rare to update the Pirate Legend and give more endgame content. So you never know in the future, but currently as it stands, don't rush Pirate Legend, enjoy the journey. Now this is something I would probably say is the most important tip of the video. Don't listen to other players' negativity, because the community is very toxic in 2 extremes, in a sense where a lot of people say take PvP away and a lot of people say make it so you only PvP. The community is very 2 ends of the extreme, and there's not really any middle ground. If you use a sword in a fight, you will be called a sword bot. If you use a blunderbuss, people will call you a blunderbuss bot. If you use an Eye of Reach and a blunderbuss, you'll be called a double gunning bot. No matter what, you're always going to be bad, or you're always going to be in the wrong, and you're going to have people complain at you for it. If you sink someone, you know, you're bad. If you sink, you're bad. So there's no real winning. So my advice, very simply, is don't listen to other people. play your own game, play the way you want to, but what I do ask of you is, if you are running the Reaper's Bones Emissary, please don't run away from everyone. Obviously, you don't have to fight everyone, but don't just run into the wind. That was a very quick tip, and now we're moving on to tip number 4, which is, don't be afraid to sink and lose your loot. Every loss and sink and loss of your loot is a lesson. Whether you forget about a hole that you took at the back of your sloop, or fighting someone and sinking, or trusting someone and getting backstabbed, there is always a lesson to learn. You are going to sink in this game. You are going to lose your loot, which you spent a couple hours grinding for. You are going to get frustrated. It's a part of the game. No one has ever played Sea of Thieves and not sunk. No one has ever played Sea of Thieves and not lost their loot. Don't be afraid to sink and lose your loot. In every loss, there is a lesson to learn. Now I'm going to give you a little bonus tip. So call it tip number 4.5. But if you listen to this tip, it really helps you out in game. It doubles the gold that you make. It doubles the reputation you earn. And it also just makes your pirate a lot cooler. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Subscribe to Sea of Concepts. It will really make a difference to your game. People will see you and be like, oh my god, you're subscribed to Sea of Concepts, you're so cool. Oh my god, you must be earning so much gold, you must be completing your voyages faster. Wow, that's insane. So tip number 4.5 is subscribe. Now moving on to one of the final tips, it's going to be, don't forget what game you're playing. You're playing Sea of Thieves, an open world sandbox PvP, PvE game. You're going to run into people who are arseholes. You're going to run into people who are lovely. You're going to have a bad time and you're going to have a great time. Every session is going to be different. You're going to sink. You're going to sink people. You're going to get into PvP. You're going to get into alliances. This game has a million different possibilities and different scenarios which can go down. This game isn't a PvE grind for gold and cosmetics. Well, it is, but that's not its sole purpose. And this game isn't a PvP arena where you fight everyone. You're in a sandbox game. You're in an open world game. There are tasks to do. There are events to do. There are people to sink. There are people to be friends with. Every session's going to be different. Don't complain about the game working as intended. The game is meant to push everyone together. The game is meant to encourage pirate interaction, player engagement, and there are going to be a million different possibilities of how that goes. So please, remember what game you're playing before you make that Reddit post. Remember what game you're playing before you make that Twitter post. You got this. This is a great game. You're going to love it. Just don't get sucked into the negativity of the community. Play your own game and try to remember that there are going to be people you don't like. You are going to have a bad time and you are going to have a good time. Just because you experienced a couple bad times in a row doesn't mean it's the game's fault. You just bumped into an unlucky bunch of people. Anyway, I would like to thank you for subscribing. I'd like to thank you for leaving a like. And I'd also like to thank you for commenting because, you know, it helps out with the algorithm. Anyway, have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, my friends.